Lamp in the Dark by Thriveorn. Once, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, lived a humble craftsman named Elias. He wasn't famous, nor was he particularly wealthy, but he was known for one thing: his remarkable ability to craft beautiful lamps that lit up even the darkest nights. Elias had a simple belief that even a small light could make a difference. Despite his skill, life had not been kind to him. His wife had passed away, leaving him to raise their young daughter, Lila, alone. The village economy was poor, and his lamps didn't sell well. Some villagers mocked him, saying, "Why waste your time on lamps? People need bread, not light." But Elias persisted. Each day, he worked tirelessly in his tiny workshop, pouring his heart into every lamp. He often told Leela, "No matter how dark it gets, there's always a way to create light." She would smile and watch him carve intricate patterns into the metal and glass, as though he were crafting hope itself. One winter, the village faced an unrelenting storm. The winds howled and the skies poured rain for days. Trees fell, rivers flooded, and the villagers huddled in their homes, unable to venture out. The storm grew worse, cutting off the village from the rest of the world. Darkness engulfed them, and fear crept into their hearts. Then one night, as the storm raged, Elias lit one of his lamps and stepped outside. The wind battered him, and the rain soaked him to the bone, but he made his way to the village square. There, he placed his lamp in the center and shielded its flame with his body. Slowly, the light began to push back the darkness. One by one, the villagers emerged from their homes, drawn to the flickering glow. Elias handed them his lamps, saying, "Take these, light your homes, light the paths, light the way for each other." The villagers hesitated at first, but they saw the warmth in his eyes and the strength in his resolve. They took the lamps and carried them back to their homes. For the first time in days, the village was alive with light. It wasn't just the lamps, it was the renewed hope in their hearts. Together, they worked to clear the debris, tend to the injured, and share their resources. When the storm finally passed, the village was transformed. The lamps had not only guided them through the darkness, but had also reminded them of their strength as a community. From that day on, Elias's lamps were cherished, not because they lit rooms, but because they symbolized perseverance, hope, and the belief that even in the darkest times, one person can ignite a spark that changes everything. Moral of the story: even in the darkest moments, one small act of courage, one spark of hope, can light the way for others. Motivation isn't about solving every problem. It's about being the light that inspires others to find their own path.